Hey Chip, Sandy Miller, aka the Dragon Duelist here. I thought I'd do a deck profile on my Ancient Gear deck, so yeah, that should be interesting. Sorry it has been a while since I have made videos, just had a lot going on and stuff, so I'll get to why maybe at the end of the video. But anyway, also would like to show off my Star Venom Fusion Dragon mat. Now, I know in the English it's called Starving Venom. Honestly, I prefer the Japanese way they put it, which was Star Venom, than Starving. I'm sure some will agree with me. If not, fair play. But yeah. Um, but yeah, I'll get to the deck profile, and well, hopefully you guys enjoy it. So here we go. All right, tribute lineup. We have two. Sorry for the glare. Two Ancient Gear Reactor Dragons. Now, I know most possibly run three. I like two for now because I think two is enough. Three is maybe a bit overkill in my opinion. I mean, I might up it to 2, 3. I don't know yet, but I think two is enough. So, yeah. I run two of the original Ancient Gear Golem because this one was my favorite back in the days of GX. And okay, before GX, it was an Ancient Pharaoh pack, I think it was. I honestly did like this card back then. So, I got another reason why I run it, but you'll see it when I get to the extra deck, so yeah. I also run the newest edition, well, one of the newest additions to the Ancient Gears, Ancient Gear Golem Ultimate Pound, or as you know in the Japanese, Ancient Gear Golem Mechanized Melee. I don't know why they put it to Ultimate Pound. Mechanized Melee was actually fine, but now, I know maybe some don't like running this. I do because you can possibly go into some OTKs, and, it's good for possibly finishing your opponent off, depending. And also, before anybody asks, sadly, as far as I know, it doesn't count as an Ancient Gear Golem for the Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem. So, I don't know if that's still the case or not. So, if you know, leave a comment below the video and let me know. If you have any proof, you can back it up. But as far as I know, you can't use it for Ultimate Golem, sadly. So, well. But, still good card. Well, you can, but just it counts as a different Ancient Gear, not Ultimate Golem. No, sorry, Ancient Gear Golem. But anyway. I also run two Gigatron Dragons. I do like this because, well, it's 3000 beater, plus if you tribute a gadget, you get a bonus effect. Now, you're probably wondering how I get the gadget effects. You'll find out soon when I get to further on in the video. But yeah. And my little tech card I like to run is two Cyber Dragons. Now, you're probably wondering why. You'll know. I'll explain why when I get to the extra deck. But I can pull off a few combos with this, so it's pretty good for the deck, honestly. Alright, on to the spells. We have two Power Bonds. Honestly, I think it's a staple in Ancient Gears because you can go into like OTKs and stuff, which is actually really amazing, not gonna lie. But you do need to watch because it does have a downside, as a lot of people will know. But if you know how to use the card and how to play it, then yeah, you can basically win in one turn with this. Yes, I know, quoted Zane, but to be fair, it was true. Also, I run one Overload Fusion, because yes, people, you can use it for Chaos Giant, for those who don't know, since Chaos Ancient Gear Giant is dark, but most of you already know this. I just run one for now, because I think one's enough. May up it to two at some point, but not right now. I also run two Terraforming. So yeah, I don't need to explain that. One Limiter Remover, because obviously machines, why not? Two Ancient Gear Fortresses, because I do like this card, and plus, you do run. It wouldn't be weird not to run it. I only run it at 2 because I think 3's a bit much. I think probably 2's enough. So yeah. I also run one Future Fusion. Now, I know it did get errated, but honestly, I still think it's a good card. For two reasons. One, good bait for getting rid of like MST or Twin Twister or something like that. Or, if you get it off, then you bring out your Fusion. So, it's pretty good for that. I run two Ancient Gear Catapults. Now, I know most run it at 3, but I find 2 is enough. And we have one Raigeki. And finally, for the spells, we have 2 gear turns. Now, I know most run 3, but I found 3 sometimes can be a bit of a dead draw to some degree, but I think 2 right now is enough. Maybe at one point I might up it to 3 if I feel it needs it, but right now I think 2 is enough. So that's my reason for that. Right, now on to the level 4 and below lineup. We have 2 Ancient Gear Knights. Now, people are probably wondering why I'm running this Ancient Gear since it's a Gemini, but to be fair, there is a reason for that. There's a card I can get in combination with this one, which I'll explain when I get to it. So, plus it's an 18 beater, so it's pretty good. And we also have 3 Ancient Gear Wyverns. Yes, people, it's the Ancient Gear version of Stratos at 3. Because why not? It's a really good card. I don't need to explain it, luckily, if you watched the reviews and stuff. But anyway, I also run 2 gold gadgets. Pretty staple in most Ancient Gear decks, from what I know. I also run 2 silver gadgets. Pretty good card. And of course, one of my favorite new of the Ancient Gears right now is 3 Ancient Gear Hunting Hounds. Now, basically what he is, I know most will know, but for those who don't, he's basically your polymerization of the Ancient Gears. He is so good. Honestly, I would say you should run a playset of this because this is so really good. Honestly, it's amazing. I also run, here's the reason why also I run Gigatron Dragon, Ancient Gear Gadget, because his effect really is he can change himself to one of the gadgets like red, green, yellow, gadget hauler, gold, it can turn itself to any gadget you want. And you basically would get off some effects from like Gigatron Dragon and also the Reactor Dragon. So it's pretty good for that. Plus, there's a card that he goes in combination with, which I'm about to reveal right now. I also run 2 Ancient Gear Box. Now, the reason I run this is because if I add it to my hand due to like a card effect, like if I use it off of Ancient Gear Wyvern or something else, I get a machine monster with 500 attack or 500 defense from my deck to my hand. So it's a good combo with Ancient Gear Gadget and Ancient Gear Knight, because Ancient Gear Knight has 500 defense, so kind of works well with that. So yeah, that's the reason I run it. Alright, on to the traps. We have 1 Drowning Mirror Force, very good trap. 2 Call the Haunteds. 1 Solemn Warning, if you can see that there, sorry. Really hate the glare at the moment. But yeah, Solemn Warning right there. Do apologize for the glare, I can't really help that right now. And we have 2 Starlight Roads, because, well, obviously the way the format is, I would say 2 Starlight Road is mandatory right now, but yeah. Also run 1 Jar of Avarice, a little bit of a tech card. I run 2 Wiretaps, pretty good trap, honestly. I also run 1 Ancient Gear Reborn. Honestly, I tried this at 2, but I find 1 is enough right now. Might up it to 2, depending, but I think 1 is enough right now. And I also run 2 Quaking Mirror Force, because honestly, a friend of mine showed me how good this is in the deck, so yeah, it kind of works well with the ancient gears and stuff, which I'll reveal in a bit. And I also won one torrential tribute. Alright, on to the extra deck. Now the reason I run Cyber Dragon, also, well, as well as going into combos, but also for this, one Chimera Tech Fortress. Honestly, I run this in case I'm up against like a mirror match or I'm up against like another machine deck. Because honestly, why the hell not? Because it's actually pretty good for that. So yeah. I run two of the Ancient Gear Howitzer. Now I know in the anime it's called Devil. Honestly, I prefer that, but this is Konami we're talking about. But it's their preference, I suppose. But yeah, I run two because I find two's enough. Three, I think, honestly, would be taking up a space, but yeah, I think two is enough. I run one Tornado Dragon because honestly, it's a really good card. I really like it. Really works well. And I run two Heavy Train Iron Wolves because why not? It's a really good card. And I also run one number 59. Now, I'm running them just to try them out. I can see why people play him, but I'm not sure yet. I may take him out for something else. Not sure yet, but I'm still kind of testing him out. But he's not bad. He's not bad. I run two Gear Giga Nexus. I tried one at first just to see how it would play out, but I found one's not enough, so two is definitely, I would say, a must in Ancient Gears. I run one Dark Rebellion Exceed Dragon, really good card. And yes, peoples, I run the original Ancient Gear Ultimate Golem. Yeah, I know some people might not run it, but I like running it because, well, it's a card I used to run a long time ago. Plus, to be fair, it's really good in the deck now. And of course, my main beater of the deck, Ancient Gear Chaos Giant. Now, I know it's called Chaos Ancient Gear Giant. I like calling it Chaos Ancient Gear Chaos Giant because that's what it was called in the anime. But yeah, I managed to pull off like an OTK with this, and also like I managed to, well, mollocate my opponents with it. It's really good card, plus it's really good if you get Power Bond off and stuff. So yeah. And yes, that is the deck profile. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. I did deal with it on a few live streams against YouTube. I think it's called Reckoning. If I get the YouTuber's name wrong, I do apologize. I also faced, I think it was, I faced Rec. I think most call him Rec, but anyway, I'll leave his link in the description too. Managed to beat him. Was a fun duel. Could have gone either way for the first game. Kind of felt sorry for him in the second game. Well, almost. But he played well. I also faced Ginger Shadow and managed to beat him as well. Was an interesting match. Granted, it was a tag, but still. Also teamed up with another YouTuber called DX. Managed to win with him using this deck. So yeah, it's a pretty good deck, honestly. I do like it. I'll leave a link to their channels down in the description. But yeah, I would definitely check the channels out. They're pretty good and all. And sorry if it has been a while since I have made a video and stuff. Just I've had a lot going on. I've had a lot in my mind, a lot of stress going on, and just took me a while to kind of get the drive to get back. I will try and make more videos. Just has been a lot to deal with. So yeah. Anyway, I better go. So later, guys. This is Sandy Miller, aka the Dragon Duelist, signing off. Laters.